Salute. It's your boy Gabriel Kiyosuke back here with another one. Here to talk about the New York Knicks versus the Chicago Bulls. Little preview we're gonna do, and I have an esteemed guest. Esteemed only if you're a Chicago Bulls fan. For the rest of the nation, no one really cares. But waiting for him to come in the building. So I'll see a few questions, see a few comments, say a few salutes to you guys, man. Salute to C-Mac, you SB Talk Sports. I try to hit you up, so I get you on here. Punch nice salute, my guy. So this is a guy who has a very good, very a thorough podcast called Knights of the Table podcast. My guy Patrick, aka I guess he wanted me to call him Sneakerhead. But he'll be coming in fairly shortly. He's just getting settled in. But again, tomorrow the Knicks play the Chicago Bulls, the 5-0 Chicago Bulls, and they beat a bunch of bum teams. They beat the Pistons twice. They beat the Pelicans. And I'll just say a few things about the Bulls. So I think offensively, when you look at the numbers, they're not necessarily too impressive, but their style of play, I will say it's very – they share the ball a lot. They push the ball in transition, especially off of steals. I think they're like third or fifth in steals, if I remember. They're a team that likes to push the tempo. Push the tempo once they get the steals. They live off of defense. They play very long pause in the passing lanes, very handsy with the steals, play aggressively on the pick and roll. So it's a team that you can't take lightly. You can't make sloppy passes. I think on offense, they use Vucevic a lot kind of as like a sentry. Use him at the top of the key, use him in the post, use him a lot of pick and pops, a lot of pick and rolls. And they really don't have any. Let me see my boy. Oh Lord, look at this. He has to download Chrome. So everybody, once he gets in, please torture him for being late. This guy has to download Google Chrome. This is just, you know what I'm saying? This is what Bulls fans do to you, man. But so yeah, back to the offense regarding the Bulls. Yeah, it's a hot potato type of offense. A lot of movement. On the ball, as in a lot of guys setting screens. Vucevic, they had Lavine and sorry about that noise. They had Lavine and Lonzo make cuts off the passes they made to Vucevic. So when you look at the offense, I wouldn't say it's this high level offense, but it's a very sharing offense. And suits to my guy Ethan because he pointed this out. How Lord Jesus, I got a whole bunch of things beeping. Pointing out how they use Lavine late in certain games. And I would say this, in one of the games, I mean, he had a few turnovers early on, but it's an offense where it's not necessarily just one weapon or one look. Lonzo Ball, again, this is a guy shooting, I think maybe 41% from three, if I remember. Let me see. So, stats. It suits everybody coming in. He's shooting 43% from three, excuse me. Off of like 7 attempts, I believe. Yeah, 6 off of 8.1 attempts. They're a team that's going to challenge you with their slashing. Obviously, guys like DeMar DeRozan. That's what I'm using them in a myriad of ways. Use them in a post to pass out. You have them slashing, have them attack, especially like I said in transition. You see that team. They're a very active team. So on defense is where they make their bread and butter. And also they have a solid bench, or at least I think they have a solid bench defensively. I saw Javonte Green show some, I won't say spunk, but show some energy, especially on defense. You had guys like Alonzo Johnson, and obviously Caruso shooting like 40-some% from three. I think like either 50% from the field, 8 points a game. So this is a bench where you can't really sleep on. I mean, the Bulls, they have their little weapons. Again, are they a contender in the East? I think their name would definitely be in the hat race, or the hat race. Definitely be in that. They're tossing their names in a hat. But we will see. So right now, again, we are waiting for my boy to come online. My boy Patrick from Knights of the Round Table to make his entrance. But until then, just gonna keep talking about the league. So obviously, the Knicks won. It's, again, the team I'm really not scared about. The team I'm really interested in seeing coming up will be the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have guards who can hurt us a little bit. Now, what I'll say with the Bulls, too, with Lonzo Ball, one reason why we might be okay playing Kemba some heavy minutes because Lonzo Ball, outside of cutting to the basket, he's not really heavy on the ball. Again, his free throw draw rate is like 4%. He's still not driving to the cup as much. I saw him take one in the preseason, but he has a 4% free throw draw rate, 18% of his shots at the rim, which I think is either lower or around the same amount from last season. So he's a guy that I'm not necessarily scared about dribble drive penetration with him. Again, he's a guy who he's going to live on the outside, but his ranges improved. This is a guy who's, again, everybody knows his free throw shooting form was absolutely putrid. But this is a guy that you have to watch out for from the outside. And again, the Knicks are one of the worst in terms of regarding the perimeter. So again, despite the fact that Lonzo Ball is not going to be attacking the basket, he's a guy you have to watch out for. Another guy that's pretty interesting on that team too, Patrick Williams. Now, as a guy who's been reading about, he's been fairly quiet this season so far. I saw an article on what's it, SB Nation? No, it wasn't SB Nation. It was another site talking about Patrick Williams having to be a little bit more aggressive, offensively having to find a shot that he's not really doing so well on that end. The past few games, he's played 29. He's probably averaged about like 25 or 6 minutes. He's averaging, he has games of 6 points, 8 points, 9 points, 4 points. Again, so forward coming out of that very defensive scheme in Florida State. Here's a guy that when I was watching Denver, I'm not saying I didn't find him too impressive, but again, I think the Chicago Bulls are banking on him, showing something, growing offensively and being that so-called defensive forward. But I know how it goes, man. Yeah, I know how it goes with some of these forwards. The Stanley Johnsons, the Josh Jacksons, the Justice Winslows, who, when they can't find their shot, and everybody's banking on the potential. So we'll see. I'm going to talk to my boy Patrick about it, but it's definitely interesting to see that Patrick Williams, offensively, he's in a little quagmire. And I mean, it's his growth. So let me not say it's something that's going to be too concerning, but it'd be interesting to see how Chicago views him. Obviously, they also got Ayo Dosunmu, drafted from Illinois, a guy that I was interested in. Actually surprised he dropped that far down in the second round or dropped into the second round like that. I thought at least maybe might go first round. But listen, my boy Patrick, on Nights at the Round Table, there's some guys had some positive views on Ayo Dosunmu, said that he could possibly take over for Kobe White. And I think everybody agreed. I was listening to one of his podcasts where everyone agreed that Kobe White was not the point guard. They're kind of trying to force him to be one, and that they could see Ayo Dosunmu taking over. So we'll definitely talk about that. But just about some other stuff regarding the Knicks in the league, man. This NBA, man, I'm falling back in love with it, man. I'm falling back in love with it. The lack of BS foul calls. It seems like there's a little bit more parity. Granted, guys in the East, obviously the 76ers, a team that we beat, and the Brooklyn Nets are a little bit weak right now. I will say this, man. People were saying, I was watching, or I was on Twitter, excuse me, and someone was saying that Mitchell Robinson, he had such a dominant game against your boy Embiid. That's not the case, man. Mitchell Robinson did not have a dominant game. He kind of survived. He had 5 fouls. Embiid abused him. Embiid had 10 free throw attempts in the first half, and I think a lot of them in the first quarter, maybe more than half of that. So you got to be a little bit humble with Mitchell Robinson. He's not there yet, and there was a discussion whether we have Mitchell Robinson or Miles Turner. I'm still taking Miles Turner, but let me introduce my boy Patrick. He has his child. He's trying to bring his child, so I don't issue him, so I can do this family friendly type of wave with him. By the way, showing my son IQ crossover, Tyrese Maxey. By the way, that was just absolutely beautiful, just gorgeous. But the Bulls don't have any plays like that. Anyway, let me introduce my guy Patrick, aka Sneakerhead of the esteemed Knights of the Round Table podcast, where he thinks he knows his sports. He's a Yankee and Bulls fan. He doesn't know any better. Let my guy in, Patrick. This guy. Salute to Patrick. How you doing?
What's good, my brother? What's going on with you?
Where's the energy? What is this? Why are you trying to act all cool?
I'm calm right now.
I'm
not going to turn up yet.
What is this? He's trying to wear glasses.
I'm not going to turn up yet, bro. Hold on. Let me take these off because you over here acting up. So let me stop being Clark Kent and let me be Superman right now. All right. Since you want me to turn up, since you asking for energy, what's good? Talk to me.
What is this? I don't know. I really don't know who this guy thinks he is. It's just, but he's. Let me at least provide the niceties, man. Can you please introduce your podcast? Talk about what it's all about. You know what I mean? Outside of the Bulls, I actually do enjoy the podcast, but please
Thank you.
Give everybody out there introduction. And we do have some people pouring in, more people pouring as the night goes on, but please provide us with a little preview. Not say preview, but breakdown of your podcast for the listeners who would be interested.
So for all those in the back, my name is Patrick Harris, aka Sneakerhead NY, and I am the creator, host, founder, whatever you want to call it, of Nights at the Round Table. a globally downloaded podcast. I have to, give myself a plug that way. And we literally talk about all sports, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, wrestling. And we do a lot of nostalgia acts as well. We talk a lot about like older sports. I don't care too much about the newer sports because at the end of the day, everybody's going to talk about what's current. So the reason why this podcast is a little different is because we take it back a notch. Like I had an episode in which I talked about the 97-98 Milwaukee Bucks with Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson. I think Terrell Brandon was just traded away from that team for Sam Cassell. Like that's the type of energy we talk about. I'm not a Mets hater. I'm a big Yankee fan, but I'm not a Mets hater. I played baseball and my batting stance was Edgardo Alfonso, third baseman.
Hey, whoa. Don't. You're not like that, bro. Did you play in Brooklyn? Did you play Bonnie's baseball in Brooklyn?
Nah, I was too good for them.
Yo, he played for the people in Brooklyn. He played for youth service before they were good. He acted like he was Dominican because youth service for a while was trash, and then all of a sudden they turned good. But please continue.
I played for Benjamin Banneker Academy High School. I went to Banneker and played for them, but yeah, I guess I'm not a Mets hater because actually I have a podcast that's maybe John Olerud was probably the best hitting first baseman for a long time.
All right.
See, I'm not a Mets hater. Like I'll actually watch y'all.
He actually has some sense. So let me say this for the people.
Okay.
John Olerud, and he still is. Like I know people love Mike Piazza. People love like I would say people love David Wright. He's one of my favorite players. But my biggest my first favorite player that I felt like I don't say it was godlike, but it was like I wish he was a Met lifer was John Olerud. When you talk about how natural, how gifted, how smart of a hitter he was. I mean, that 1 year in 99, what did he hit? 340?
30 home runs, 90 RBIs.
Bro,
340 something, but 30 home runs.
John Olerud. And I remember, I don't know how he blamed it because he said that they had to go to Seattle. He blamed it on his wife, that his wife wanted to leave and go to Seattle. Something like that. Because salute to Todd Zill. Todd Zill was good. I feel that if we had John Olerud, I think that 2000 World Series would have been a little bit different. Now, I'm not sure if we had the pitching. The only pitcher that was decent was actually Rick Reed. That was the only guy that I think got to win that whole series. But, and I'll lie to you, if it wasn't for freaking was it Timo Perez who didn't run it out?
Timo Perez.
Didn't run out Brent thought it was a home run, didn't run it out and got thrown out.
Yeah.
Or I think got thrown out, something like that. He just didn't score the run. Trust me, if John Olerud was on that team, it would be so I give you credit.
Listen, I give you another Mets player that I really like. Todd Hundley, switch hitting catcher.
Now
I love Todd Hundley.
One of my favorite because he was a drunkard, but he would hit 230.
Yeah,
and hit like 40 home runs.
Correct.
Like he
hit the skin off the baseball.
Yes. When we have Bobby Bonilla, Butch Husky, Bobby Jones, Bill Pulsifer, Jason Isringhausen.
Yes, that's one of my favorite Mets too.
We and of course Ray Ordonez. I mean, look, I love my Mets. Ray Ordonez. I love Ray Ordonez.
Benny Agbayani.
But
Robin
see, that was
Ventura,
it. See,
Ryan McCray,
and Robin. Okay.
I'm a baseball fan, bro. Like I'm a baseball lifer, bro. Real quick, I'll tell you this right now. Before I had a real job, I would call out of work every opening day of baseball because on ESPN they would show from like 12 in the afternoon to 12 at night. Like the Dodgers would play the midnight game or whatever. So I literally will call out of work and watch baseball all day, nonstop. Like that's how much of a baseball lifer I am. That's my favorite sport.
Same here. So my favorite sport growing up to watch at first was basketball.
Okay.
But then my favorite because I was better at baseball playing it. Now, I remember my father, we started watching at like 94, 93 was when I started like understanding sports. And I never liked the Yankees. I don't know why. I just never liked the Yankees. A bunch of people on my
you ain't know better.
They like them.
You ain't know better.
The Yankees, the Yankees don't. The Yankees, they come on. Let's be serious. But the Mets, I was and also back in the day too, man. When everybody would try to be a pitcher, and you're learning different. Like I was a
Yeah.
two-seamer. I was a two-seamer fastball. I couldn't throw a curveball. I was a two-seamer. I threw a circle change, and I couldn't throw a split. And then I realized when I got to high school, so I didn't play in high school, but by the time I got to high school, I was throwing a slider. So baseball is I love baseball. Like that's but let's talk about. Of course, they put you in a place that they just let him play in right field. He can't play the hot corners.
None, and had speed, so that's why I played third base. I played outfield.
We have no.
I'm Vlad Guerrero in the outfield, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, my arm was that strong, bro. I'm not talking about the hitter. I'm talking about the glove work, bro.
Bro, I had an arm. Right field, left field, it was boring. Maybe right field was all right. Center field was cool. But it was like I would play the hot corners if I wasn't pitching. But if it was either I'm pitching, playing first, or playing the outfield. So if I wasn't pitching, I play a right field or sometimes first. When I was young, I played second base, but I didn't like second base. But you don't.
I played catcher. I played catcher.
Yeah, you play catcher. You squat, like you got that stout. You know what I mean? But you talking about right field? Come on, stop. And you say Vlad?
Guns, bro, the guns.
Vlad Guerrero?
I will mind to see in the outfield, bro. Gary Sheffield with the arm in right field, bro.
He really swears like he bought that. But unfortunately, I can't sit here and dissect these lies about baseball. But I can dissect these lies about your team in Chicago.
Who, the
Chicago
team?
Bulls?
The Bullies?
That's a whack hat. No one cares about
the Chicago Bullies.
No. Bullies. Oh, let's talk about who the job. Okay. I'm trying to be civilized.
You lost to Orlando recently, bro.
That's a good one. Give me your initial thoughts on the Bulls with the new look. Now, obviously, you guys brought in DeMar DeRozan. You brought in Lonzo Ball. Obviously, Vucevic was brought in last season. And I'll give you this. Lavine, you guys were on the cusp of making the playoffs last season, but Lavine was out with the protocol.
COVID. After LeBron went to a party and had fun and still got to play, but whatever.
We have to call it candy on YouTube. But yes, the candy. He got the candy. Yes. After LeBron. But LeBron is golden handcuffs. Disgusting. I'm not a fan of LeBron. And I know my boy Hinton's in the building. He is a LeBron fan. I'm not a fan of LeBron in terms of some of the other stuff. He's a Hall of Fame. I ain't taking that away from him. But anywhows, you guys do have some new play. Oh, Alex Caruso as well too. And I've been watching a few of your games. You know what I mean?
Why?
Your defense. I'll say this. Your defense has been impressive. You guys played in passing lanes very aggressively. The steals I think you one of the leads in steals, like third or fifth.
Yeah, but we gave up 100 and change to Toronto, so our defense ain't that good right now.
It's not, but Toronto they have a few players. And I'll say this. I am more than surprised by Barnes, Scotty Barnes. I did not think that he would transition this quickly to the NBA. He's been more impressive than I thought. But I'll give you a boost. So just give me initial thoughts on the pieces that came. I know you did say on your show, you talked about Thaddeus Young. You did talk about Lauri Markkanen, and you felt you kind of felt iffy on him, but I'll let you go ahead, please. Just give me some initial color
okay.
on the new look Bulls.
So I'm a huge fan of DeMar DeRozan. I wanted him on the team, and when I knew that we could get him, I was like, yo, we have to get DeMar DeRozan. And I was very happy with that. Very happy with the Lonzo signing. I was very happy with the Vucevic trade because Wendell Carter was just not doing it for me. So I'm happy I'm talking. Such a Knicks fan, man. Goodness, golly. Anyway,
yo, anyway. He got one. My mouse fell. He got one. Go ahead.
Anyway, man. Your team gonna fall tomorrow when we play, y'all. But anyway,
my team ain't do.
Listen, let's not talk about your team. It's about my team right now. We're undefeated. So, I wanted to see Vuce and Markkanen together because at one point in time, I really thought Markkanen's trajectory would have been better than the pony, My Little Pony. Who am I talking about?
First of all, he's not on the team no more. And
true, he's not. But
he tried to be like us. Lauri Markkanen tried to be like him, and it ain't work out. So we got more from the pony than you did from Lauri Markkanen. He had one dunk last week. He really think he live like that. He ain't live like that. He don't got like that. That's why I traded him.
The plan of Cleveland. He's playing. He is like the fifth power forward on that team. Like I have no idea. But anyway, I wanted to see Bruce and Markkanen on the floor together, but it didn't pan out. But losing Thaddeus Young was not a big thing for me because if it meant getting, it wasn't a big thing for me, bro. Like I didn't. I've never been a fan of Thad Young. He's good. Don't get it twisted. He's good.
Now I'll say this: for last season, he killed us in that one game, the first game y'all beat us in, right? I thought now Thad Young, bro, he was facilitating, setting screens. He was playing from the top. He was playing from the top of the key, playing the foul line. He torched us. Like his playmaking was, and obviously I don't watch the Bulls like that because why would I? But
you should.
You know, I'm surprised. Well, obviously, gave him up for DeMar DeRozan, but you really don't feel like he's a big loss for your team.
Not for what we got now. Like, I think he wasn't like a major difference maker. Like if he's on the team, cool, I like him. But I mean, to tell me that we had to get rid of him to get DeMar DeRozan, I'm sorry, I didn't buy Kleenex for that trade, so I'm fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. And we're actually going to probably trade Kobe White to get someone that is as serviceable as that is. We might even try to get Marvin Bagley. I mean, I don't want Marvin Bagley, but
that. Now I will say that the Kings are going to do something, man. Because first and foremost, Davion Mitchell, he that boy. Now I everything I said about my drafting video on him came true. Mm-hmm. He is aggressive. The boy can finish on both sides. He's more explosive on his left, finishes with his right a lot when he drives on his left. The boy can shoot, can score, lockdown defender, but that free throw shooting. What is he shooting, like 50%, I think, right now? 50, 60?
If that.
Yeah, he just can't, because his shooting off the dribble is – but just back to the Kings, they're moving somebody. I've heard rumors that Buddy Hield is definitely on the move, according to some so-called sources on Twitter. But Marvin Bagley is an interesting one. You're talking about a wing who's finally – I would say find his offensive game. Defensively, he's whatever. But that if he gets traded to us and he gives us 17 and 8, I'll take it.
That's high hopes, but I'm just saying.
But then that means because you guys were starting Patrick Williams, right?
Yeah, and Pat Williams will continue to start. We will have Marvin Bagley to shore up our bench because if we're going to trade a bench player in Kobe White, we need him to come off. We're losing firepower on the bench, so we're going to need that off the bench. Listen, our backup center is Tony Bradley. No disrespect to Tony Bradley, but I mean, if you could get a Marvin Bagley or Rashawn Holmes to be your backup center, like
you ain't getting no. They just signed Rashawn. You ain't getting. I know.
I'm just saying though. If we can get somebody to that caliber, like I'll take it because I don't care for Tony Bradley.
And look at my people. Shoot to my guy C-Mac, man. Who's this guy with the Canal Street bullshit? Yeah, everybody kill him. Kill him, because every time I try to go to my boy Brandon's house to watch boxing, this dude always comes through with some BS Chicago. Kill him.
This legit, bro. This legit.
It's legit. It's legit, but it's like
it's legit. The only thing Canal Street about this conversation is the Knicks. That's where they belong to play. Don't get me started. Have y'all ever seen a championship in your lifetime? Probably not. Actually, have you ever seen yourself been good in your lifetime? Probably not.
Yeah, we were good last year. We're better than you. What you did last year?
Because we're a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs last year, and we did it. We could have made the playoffs.
Were we supposed to make the playoffs last season? All right then.
By the grace of God, got in there. By the grace of God.
All right then. Let me ask you one thing real quick on that, because you mentioned your boy Kobe White. Now you did mention Ayo Dosunmu. I liked Ayo Dosunmu from Illinois. I liked him. I think he's one of those guys gonna be a late bloomer in terms of. Well, he may not be because you might use him if you're gonna replace. You trade Kobe White.
Yeah, him and Caruso will be the backcourt.
I like Ayo Dosunmu. Please give me some color. What do you like about his game? When he's at Illinois, he does a little bit of everything. He was, I would say streaky, but he's one of those guys that he puts all together in bunches, right? I want to give him a little bit more credit than streaky. I don't know exactly how he's been playing for the Bulls in the preseason, but if you give us some color on Ayo Dosunmu, that'd be great, because that's a guy I definitely liked coming into the draft.
He's been playing well. He's one game he had like 3 steals off the bench. I like him running our point position over Kobe White because Kobe's more of a combo guard. Ayo's a combo guard as well, but Ayo is more of a guard that he's about trying to find offense for the team more so where Kobe's trying to find the offense for himself than the team. Which isn't always a bad thing because off the bench, you need someone that's going to find. He's like a Lou Williams. I think Kobe White's like a Lou Will. Like, go for yours and let everybody else, find a rhythm around you. But if we get if we get Marvin Bagley for Kobe, to pick and roll with Marvin Bagley and Caruso in the corners, I could live with that. With Javonte Green and Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown Jr., like I like the nucleus of our bench if we make that trade. Like, I'll take it.
And I will talk about your bench. I saw a little bit of play from your boy Javonte Green, Alize Johnson, and Caruso. And I will say your bench, you do at least defensively, they are aggressive.
Yeah,
they are an aggressive bench. Yeah,
correct.
I'll give them their credit. So we'll talk about it in a little bit. But I just want to talk about your offense real quick, man. What are you seeing that's different from last season? Now, obviously the pieces are there. And it's not as if you guys are like 24th. I'm not even trying to issue, but you guys are like 24th or 27th. I think 24th in scoring points a game. Yeah. But I would say this again, you guys are very opportunistic. Like you guys play the passing lanes aggressively. And once you're in transition, I've seen it. It's all goal. Like I've seen alleys, Lavine, DeMar. Like they do not waste any time pushing up the tempo. And you guys are like one of last in pace. So it's not as if you guys play fast all throughout. You guys getting your half court sets. There's a lot of give and go, a lot of pick and pops with Vucevic. I've seen
we have to play slow though. Whenever Vuce is on the floor, we have to play slow because he's a traditional center. Yeah, he could pop the jump shot, but we rather play slow with Vuce because he'll get his. He started off hot in pretty much every game, then he tailed off. I think that's by design because let him start hot, let him get his touches. Lavine and DeRozan, they'll get theirs regardless. So feed Vuce in the first quarter. Let him eat. Let the big man stay happy.
And you know what's funny? My boy Ethan, Suit to Ethan, I don't know if he's in there. He said the same thing about what you guys are doing in the first few games. That like you guys were letting Vucevic eat a lot, whether it be up from the top of the key. I saw some nice post ups where it was like it'll be a 2-man game, him and Lavine, him and DeRozan, and it'll be like a screen and pop that turns into like a post up where he kind of does like the Julius Randle catches it from the pop position or from pop and then he'll post up and then space out. We'll talk about it a little bit. No, I seriously. They let him eat, and at the end of games, Lavine was kind of like the closer. I was watching some.
Yeah, correct.
What game it was? I'm forgetting which game I watched. Where like third quarter, you saw Lavine uber aggressive. But the thing I'll give about the Bulls' offense, though, and to your credit, it's a very unselfish offense, especially early on. Like it was hot potato. Lonzo. But I will say this about Lonzo: he ain't no damn point guard. And y'all don't live like that. Y'all live. It's basically like combo guard forwardish kind of offense because you got DeMar. But Lonzo don't drive to the basket.
He's more of a lead guard than anybody that we've had, and that's the difference between our offense from last year and this year. He's more of a lead guard than Kobe was. Again, Kobe is I'm gonna find my offense, and that's that. I kind of wanted Derrick Rose back on my team, by the way. Somebody mentioned Derrick Rose, and I wanted Derrick back, but
we know.
The man
that Chicago has,
he's gonna slice through our defense like a hot knife through butter. What?
Yeah.
Is that RJ Barrett in your picture, bro?
Yeah. Look, you scared? Why you scared? Why you scared about that? Why you scared, bro?
I'm
Why you scared? You gave him up. Y'all got rid of him. Y'all traded him to us the first time. Why you scared, bro? Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
I'm not scared. But anyway,
don't do that.
Lonzo's more of a lead guard, so that's why the offense looks a little purer than it did when Kobe played. And Lavine knows when to pick his spots now. Like offensively, he can't be stopped. And DeRozan in the mid-range, he does what he needs to do. So you're right, it's hot potato. We're not going to keep the ball just to one person. We're going to spread it around so everyone can get love. If Vucevic gets the ball the first 8 minutes, he's eating, then boom, he comes out. Whoever comes in, then Lavine and DeRozan will get their play. So that's just how it is.
Yeah. I give the Bulls their credit in that regard.
It's like baseball. Vuce is the starter, DeRozan is the middle relief, and Lavine's the closer. And that's exactly how it's been happening.
It's unfortunate because Lavine's not going to be the closer come next year. But I mean, let's talk about that. Is this the team that can convince Lavine? Now, again, Max is going to be north of $200 million 5 years. You know, Jerry Reinsdorf is cheap as hell. Because, look how come on.
Look how you treat
that dude. You know he ain't.
Yeah.
So is this the last year Lavine? Put it like this. Let me ask you this: Can this team convince Lavine to possibly? I don't think it's gonna happen. Possibly try to take a discount. He's not to stay thinking that y'all might be able to come out the East.
It depends on how well we do this season. It depends on where our exit is in the playoffs. Like if I honestly think we could take. I'm gonna start reading these comments, guys.
We got 50 people. This is not. I think people because I did put out the alert a little bit late, so people are gonna start coming. Keep talking, bro. Don't be scared.
Nah, because I'm reading these comments. I'm just like a fraudulent 4-0. Y'all lost to Orlando.
Let's get it. Yeah, talk
guys. Beat Orlando and then y'all lost to them. Like, how does that happen?
My guy Ryan Green. They played the Pistons.
Detroit.
Y'all played them twice without Cade Cunningham. Y'all played them twice without Cade Cunningham. What are you talking about? Y'all played them twice without Cade Cunningham. Killer Cade Cunningham. Y'all really laugh over that? And y'all beat the Raptors. Y'all beat a rebuilding Raptors team by 3.
I'm calm about it, though. Y'all the ones that's getting hyped. Talk about fraudulent 4-0. I didn't even say that we're doing that. Well, all I said was we cool. I came on here calm, collected. Bro, you asked me where was my energy. You said, where's your energy, bro? And I was
You know what? You're right. You know what?
Calm.
Patrick thinks he's slick, yo. I've been texting this dude all day. He's been throwing darts the whole time, and now he tries to come on because he's scared. This is the New York, and he's scared. He sees the blue and orange. He's scared. He knows
no one is scared.
They've been playing, so he knows.
And y'all lost to a bum in Orlando. You're supposed to beat the teams in front of you, and mind you. Your defensive lapse almost allowed you to lose to the Celtics. What was Kemba doing that allowed Marcus Smart?
Whoa. On that play, go back and look. When Tatum fell to the floor, they stupidly double-teamed him.
Jumped on him.
No, you leave him alone. What is he? Okay, put like this. If you fall, what was 4.5 seconds left or something like that? If you fall on the floor, I'm playing you one-on-one, full court. You fall to the floor and you get up. And you beat me to a spot and still hit a 3, God bless you. Mother St. Mary, God bless you. You leave him alone. He has to still bring the ball up. You don't sit there and double team for what?
But on the floor, you go to him and you get a tie up, and that's a jump ball. You win the game.
Let it go. No, he has to hit a 3. Let him try to hit that 3. Because look what happened. You set the double team, they pass it to shoulder pass. And people kill Kemba. Kemba was stuck like, yo, who do I shoot? Granted, Marcus Smart is a big-time clutch three-point shooter. Is he a great three-point shooter? No, he's not consistent. He can hit big shots. But it's bang, bang. I'm stuck. I'm like, yo, who do I – so come on, man. I understand what you're saying. But you're not – come on. No, you think you're slick on that one. That's not even the biggest reason why we lost that game. But go ahead,
man. You win the games that's in front of you, bro. That's all I'm going to tell you. You win the games that's in front of you. So, because then if we would have lost, y'all would have been like, oh, y'all lost to Cade. You lost to Detroit without Cade Cunningham twice. So, no, we win the game so that we can have the peanut gallery say it's a fraudulent 4-0. I'll take that. You wish you were 4-0.
You see, chat. You see how he's calling us a peanut gallery. But by the way, please plug your podcast again real quick. I'm gonna ask you to do it periodically. Do the show. Plug it one more time for anybody coming in.
You can check us on Nights at the Round Table. Nights at the Round Table. That's KNIGHTS at the Round Table.
Thank you, sir. Please subscribe to it. Talks about all sports. Very knowledgeable brother, man. He's just unfortunately a Bulls fan. But let me get to what. Okay, let me ask you this. So with the Bulls,
I was a Bulls fan when we had Khalid El-Amin as my point guard.
Yo, bro, that UConn team, Khalid El-Amin and Rip Hamilton.
That
was my squad. Khalid El-Amin, man, he couldn't shoot, and he was
like
kind of
big,
heavy set. Anyway, but he was nice.
He was nice.
Let's get to this. Tom Thibodeau. Now,
Thibs.
You guys. Let me ask you. Are you a fan of Tom Thibodeau? Were you one of those guys that
will be? And I was happy when you all got him as a coach.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm not a Knicks hater as much as you're a Bulls hater. Like I respect the Knicks. I just hate the fans.
It's not that I hate the Bulls. It's
yes, you do.
I don't care about them. You know, I actually like the Bulls though. When you guys had Tom Thibodeau, I love Lil Dang's game. I like Jimmy Butler a lot. I like Derrick Rose. I like Derrick Rose since at Memphis because I still remember.
Yeah.
To this day, I want to punch him and CDR in the face when they said who the team they beat before they played before Kansas. When they said, "Yo, we don't have to worry about our free throws," because they were poor in free throws. And
Yeah.
D Rose and CDR went on to miss 3 out of 4 vital
Chris
free
Douglas
throws.
Roberts, man, what happened to
Bro,
him?
that was my dude. CDR, he had such a
What
weird game. He was
happened
mad
to
skinny and
him?
robotic. He was weird. Like, I love it. And they went on and freaking Mario Chalmers hit that 3. So I was in college 2008. I said, yo, are you kidding? And Derrick Rose went on to lose. I said, bro, son, how do you? So that hurt.
But ain't that ironic though? That Mario Chalmers is like pretty much Derrick Rose's haunt because in Miami he pretty much did the same thing, like hit clutch shots. Miami versus Chicago that stopped us from going further. Like
y'all were not gonna because here's the thing though, and I'm gonna get to Tom Thibodeau. Y'all didn't adjust when LeBron James put on Derrick Rose. Y'all didn't adjust, so it didn't really. Y'all weren't gonna do anything.
But we didn't have anybody else though.
That's true, but you do something to try to get him open away from LeBron James when LeBron James still cared about defense. You got
Keith Bogans can hit a 3-point shot in the corner for us. Really, Keith Bogans? Like, come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. The only other serviceable player that we had was maybe Kirk Heinrich because Ben Gordon had already left. But Keith Bogans,
I love Ben. Ben Gordon.
I love Ben Jordan. I called him Ben Jordan.
What? Yo, I would say this.
Call him Ben Jordan.
And you think I'm hating? Ben Gordon used to be my favorite player to watch in like second halves of games, bro. Like when they
he would light up.
He scored 24 points in the fourth quarter. When I said, "What the?" Or 20? No, maybe 24 and a half or
20 something. You can't score 20 something and a half points in a quarter, bro.
It may have been a half. My bad. No. It was something. No. It was something absurd where he scored maybe I think all the points or close to all the points in the fourth quarter. And I was like, "Yo, no, this dude he's an absolute beast." It wasn't in a quarter, but it was almost as good as that. I will look the game up and I will send this to you guys because Ben Gordon used to be one of my favorite players. And he thought he was a starter, went up to the Pistons and he was trash. But Tom Thibodeau, obviously, in Orlando. But Tom Thibodeau obviously came to the Knicks. To my surprise, he built us up to a team, obviously one of the better defensive teams last season. Guys to the playoffs, we got mollywopped by the Hawks. We didn't have much of weapons, but he made Thanksgiving, with a bunch of snacks and Capri Suns. You know what I mean? Like that Knicks team, that's not a contending team. It is what it is. No, I'll be honest. People came out like, we're not ready for the Hawks.
Capri Suns.
I'm just saying, Tom Thibodeau did a lot with that team. So we overachieved in my opinion. Now this year, the team, we taken a step back defensively. Obviously, Kevin Fournier are not out for Payne, who I'm not a fan of, and Bullock. But offensively, we're one of the tops in 3-point shooting. We're like third in attempts and 3-pointers made. We're like 6th or somewhere in that top 10 range of 3-point percentage. We're averaging, I think, like we still might be averaging about 20 more threes compared to last season. At least that was maybe a few games ago. But you see Tom Thibodeau now, we're running a lot more motion in our offense, a little bit more than last season. The past few games are going to ISO. Give me your thoughts on Tom Thibodeau. How do you feel about him? Is he evolving as a coach? Is this more of the same? Because we have people that say, y'all know how Tom Thibodeau does. Y'all overachieve the first 2-3 seasons, then he runs guys into the ground.
He does.
So give me your overall thoughts on how he's running. Does it seem different this time?
It is different.
The Knicks and Tom Thibodeau?
It is definitely different because I remember I have a friend, oddly enough, his name is I won't say his name, but Thibs did love Bogans, right? He said that last year he did not like how Thibs was starting off with the team, running players like literally down to the ground in the first few games. And as you see now, he's actually literally has evolved. He's allowing his bench to flourish more. Obi Toppin doesn't look scared anymore because he knows he's going to get some consistent minutes. So he's not going to push Randle to the ground to exhaustion. He's going to let people play and see what he has. Maybe later on down the line, he may run people down to exhaustion if he loses faith in the bench, if they start, mucking stuff up. But for now, it looks as if he's adapted to where he wants his players to not turn up to be like Derrick Rose or Luol Deng being, grinding down to the ground. But I will tell you this, though. Him as a coach, he'll make you a believer as a player. Because look what he did with Nate Robinson when he came. DJ Augustine to help out when Derrick Rose was injured. I forgot dude name, but something Watson. I think CJ Watson.
CJ Watson. Yep.
Was the point guard as well. Like he made those players believe that they were like on Derrick Rose's level, and you can see glimpses of players like really putting in work. There was a game in the playoffs. Nate Robinson went ham on I forgot who it was. I think it was Miami, but he went ham on the game. But and in the regular season, we the ones that stopped Miami's that long ass winning streak that they had, and Nate Robinson was like, "Yeah, we're here to bust that down." So he will make your players. he'll really push them to be better than what they expected themselves to be. And that's a good thing out of a coach. Like, that's one thing I give him credit for. So you guys are in good hands.
Is he a championship level coach, or is he
Yes,
is he a post Giants Bill Parcells? He'll build you up,
no,
and then you get the.
He's a championship level coach. He just needed the pieces around him. Listen, in Chicago, after Derrick Rose went down, who are you really going to put your faith in? Carlos Boozer?
Nah, I'll give you this. Jimmy Butler, I think, is one of the biggest success stories ever.
I just about to say.
And that's a time. And I look, because people kill me. It's like, oh, I didn't want Jimmy Butler here for the Knicks that year that we had Fizzo, because Fizzo's on the hot seat. That front office is on the hot seat. And Butler he's a Siberian Husky. If you don't have order above him, he's going to, I don't say act out, but he's going to go independent, right? He's going to do what he wants to do. Not necessarily a bad way, but he's going to be like, I'm an alpha dog. And we had soft guys, and I know I'm not the biggest fan. Kevin Knox. Guys, you got other alphas who, you got guys like Marcus Morris, you got guys like Randle, and I'm not saying that they wouldn't mesh, but you get a bunch of alpha dogs, and the order isn't straight, as in, all right, here's the game plan. Here's how we get this is style of play. You're going to have the ball here. We're going to run this set to get you open, right? It's going to fall apart. That's why Miami was perfect for him. So to me, Jimmy Butler, that's my dude. I just think that he was not, that time for the Knicks, it was not going to work. Now, let me ask you about another Jimmy Butler type. Give me an honest opinion on him. My son, everybody knows, RJ Barrett. You know what I mean? RJ Barrett from Duke wasn't a good shooter. Playmaker, wasn't a great shooter.
Turned into a good shooter. He's a pretty decent shooter now.
Turned to a good shooter now. Now, in Knickland, I don't know how it is in Bullsland. In Knickland, people kill him. There's a dichotomy of fans where it's you either hate RJ Barrett or you love him. And hate, you want to trade him. Instantly. How do you Bulls fans see him? Like, I think that there's like RJ Barrett, is he robotic? As Hinton would say, robotic.
RJ Barrett is just, I don't even know what to tell you about RJ. I like RJ Barrett actually. In 2K, I've actually traded for RJ Barrett quite a few times. I do like RJ Barrett.
He wants to be a Knicks fan, but he just go ahead.
No, see, hold on. I'm gonna say this one thing though. I actually like the Knicks the year of the lockout season because y'all had one of my favorite players on the team, which was Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby. I loved Marcus Camby straight from UMass. And then he went to Toronto. So I loved him on the team, and I really wanted him to win a championship because I didn't like the Spurs neither. So I wanted y'all to win. But he shed a little bit and y'all lost. But then I realized, oh shit, I forgot I don't like this team. So why do I even care? But RJ Barrett, though, I really do like RJ Barrett. And I feel like under Thibs, he can turn into a Luol Deng type of player, but just a little bit more explosive because he will be a defender. He'll become a shooter, and he's going to become a good player if he doesn't get grounded into the ground. But I like
what did he average last season? 38 minutes a game? Was it 38, 30?
I think didn't he average the most minutes on your team?
I think he averaged one of the most in the league. Yeah, like him and Randle, like top 5 in the league. So
correct.
Look, I like RJ Barrett. It's just interesting that I think put like this. I think he can be in the Jimmy Butler playmaker mode. I think Jimmy Butler has a little bit more flexibility than RJ Barrett, even though
he's a little more athletic.
He's a little more athletic than RJ
and a better
Barrett.
defender at that too. But
you know what's crazy though with RJ Barrett? To your point that he runs, Thibs runs plays in the ground because someone said it best. I think Nick or Hinton that Tom Thibodeau practices just as hard as he plays. Right?
Correct.
When I watched RJ Barrett with Team Canada, he looked a lot more explosive. Like he was bouncy, not bouncy. I'm not talking about Jalen Green bouncy. I'm talking about, oh crap, I didn't know he can actually dunk on a full court take. I mean, I've never seen him from RJ Barrett, and he was doing that with Team Canada off the dribble. He just seems a lot more explosive, and it may be a thing of fatigue that they practice so hard. And that's the thing with Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is like a football coach. It's are you injured? No. Are you hurt? Yeah. All right, you can play. Like that's his mentality. Right. Like, you know what I mean? It's not I'm gonna take it lightly on you, whatever. So with RJ Barrett, we will see. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued by the fact that it seems like Bulls fans have I don't want to say optimist, but a fairly positive view of RJ Barrett. And Luol Deng is one comp that I don't have any problem with. But let's get to Vucevic.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Go ahead.
Question. Why is it that Kevin Knox is wearing Allen Houston's jersey number? Like, why? number 20. Like, why?
Because Kevin Knox doesn't. There's certain people
I hate that. That's why I hate the Knicks. Because why are you doing this to Allen Houston?
There's certain people that they only are playing basketball because they were good at it when they were young. Me personally, I don't think Kevin Knox has a love for the game. I don't think he has a love for the game. I'm sorry. I don't see that in him. Because I would never, there was a story where he was looking up at the banners and he said something stupid. Like he didn't know was it Pat Ewing? He didn't know the number of or something. It was some story about Kevin Knox. I remember.
I got a problem with that.
So he doesn't have that. Like I'm not trying to issue Kevin Knox, but I don't feel like the desire of basketball is in him. Like when I heard Dame Lillard say, "Yo, I watch every game every night," I felt that. I felt that when he said that. When Michael Jordan had that whole The Last Dance, you felt the fire in him. There's certain people where that fire, it burns. Like they would play basketball even if they weren't getting paid millions. Like they would play it. Like it's in them. Like they want to
be competitive.
Just to be competitive. Kevin Knox doesn't have that in him. You talking about a 6'8", 6'9" guy. Now, granted, he has doofy fields and stuff. I've never seen it put together consistently. I see hungry guys in the league all the time. This past draft,
you never will see it consistently from him.
You never see it. There are guys this past draft we saw is like, yo, this dude wants to take your neck off. Like I've seen games. Kate Cunningham against OU had 40 points. Jalen Green, even with the Ignite, when I said, yo, his shot is a little jank, whatever, he wants to take your head off. You know what I mean? So with James Bouknight playing on that UConn team with freaking who's
Bouknight.
That's my son right there. But you know what I mean? Kevin Knox is just not there. But let me get to Vucevic versus Randle, man.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Let's be honest. Randle's a better player.
Really?
Vucevic,
is he really the better player?
Talk about
No. Is he really the better player? Seriously, is he really the better player? Like, can you look at
the history, I can't say that. But right now, who I'd take, it'd be Randle.
Present day, I'm taking Vuce. And I'm telling you why I'm taking Vuce. Randle thinks he's better than what he is. Why? Hold on. I guess when it comes to basketball, I believe the point guard should run the offense.
Lord.
Why he's bringing the ball up. There's plays where he just dumbs out in which he takes fadeaway 3-point shots. Play within yourself.
Is this guy talking? When Vucevic literally is the point center of that team where they don't have a traditional point guard. Lonzo Ball literally is an attack. Lavine, they play.
Lonzo is more of a lead point guard than anybody on that we've had in the past however many years.
Lonzo Ball, Lonzo Ball's facilitation primarily happens from outside of the perimeter. Like this dude is not penetrating into the paint off a screen. He does penetrate off a screen sometimes. He has a 4% free throw draw rate. He doesn't get nowhere near the rim. He's not threatening you. Y'all do the same thing we do with Randle. Well, Vucevic
running the point. Everybody runs the point differently, though.
Yo, this guy, Vucevic is literally, and I'm to his credit, Vucevic, at least in the early parts of the games I watch, he's on the ball 90% of the plays.
Giving them in the beginning. That's what they're doing.
This guy tries to switch it up. But I will say this with Randle. I don't like the needless ISO Randle.
Yes, it's pointless.
There are times like last game, it wasn't as bad. It was actually a lot better. The second Magic game was terrible. First Magic game was fine. He didn't do that. Celtics game, he did it. But here's the thing. It's like Tom Thibodeau. He was using Randle to try to control the pace, especially against the Magic, because the Magic, that backcourt, Cole Anthony was killing us the whole night. Then they started to run. They started to just get possessions. They were stealing it. Yeah, Cole Anthony, Suggs started to get hot, and Terrence Ross started to get hot. And every time they're getting the ball in transition, just run on us. And they try to use Randle to try to control the pace, which I don't mind, but it wasn't working. So that's the only thing I'll give you. And Vucevic does have more of a history of being a more productive center than Randle.
But Randle's a power forward, though.
Yeah, but
I got you. And I can see why you would take Randle over Vuce, because Randle is the hottest thing right now. Like he's the hot topic right now. He's coming off of an all-star season. He would put up 26, 10, and 6 or something like that.
Don't read the comments. Yo, Patrick. Yo, every time with I'm clicking on random comments and I'm trying to as he talks, right? And I'm listening.
It's
and
just
I
like,
see his face. He's so hurt. Yo, see the bull.
I'm not hurt.
He's a Bulls fan.
I'm not a mind reader. You can just see it. And I've actually spoken to D Grant. I've spoken to Randle No Days. I've spoken to other Knicks fans that says that, Randle needs to play within himself. So this is not me saying it as a Bulls fan or as a basketball aficionado. I'm saying this straight from other Knicks fans telling me. I'm surrounded by Knicks fans. And they literally tell me, like, Randle's doing nonsense.
And this dude, in suit to Knicks 100 age, he says Gmo shucking and jiving. This is my boy. Like, I'm bro, on this show, maybe I'm different from other people because I'll tell you like it is. I sit here every night and tell you I don't like ISO Randle. I sat here every night saying everything.
You don't need ISO Randle.
I said, didn't I say this not to you, but to the people in the chat. Didn't I say this year? Okay, we running Spain pick and roll. We're playing horns. We're playing all these different sets. We played motion. I even had a video saying this Tom Thibodeau think he's a new Greg Popovich. You're playing motion. You're doing all these things to expand the offense. And what do you do in the first 3 games that we had? ISO Randle when you did not have to do it. Where was the Spain pick and roll to get 48 open the top of the key? So I'm not sucking and jiving. I'm taking Randle over Vucevic. But my whole issue from last year when the playoffs ended, right? What did I say that Randle had to do? Up his IQ. When you talk about the Jokic
IQ.
Bro, I watch Jokic night in, night out. This guy, he's one of the more cerebral, one of the more fluid, one of the more elites. He is a center in this league.
The most
Randle ain't that
center in the league right now.
Yes. You hardly see bad plays from Jokic. And he has a ball in his hand. He probably has a close to 30% usage. Randle ain't there yet. And it's not about Randle shooting here, blah, blah. Randle's elevation has to come mentally.
Correct.
So, ain't no shucking and jiving. Suit to my guy, Knicks 100 AGM. Ain't nobody shucking and jiving. This, you know what I mean? But Randle has to get better at this. He has
I'm not sold on 3-point shooting either. I agree with you. I agree with you, JJ. We need to get JJ Redick from out of retirement, so maybe we can get some more shooting.
What 3-point shooting do they have?
We don't. That's the thing. We don't have any 3-point shooting. We have nobody really. We have literally no shooters.
I'll end up DeRozan actually shooting okay from 3. Well, no, Lonzo, DeRozan actually shooting okay. He's only taking like 2.7 attempts.
Are those really shooters though? Can you really call them shooters?
Nah.
No, you can't.
Lonzo's the only one. He's shooting 43% on 8 attempts. I'll give him that. He's a sniper now. I'll give him sniper game pass.
I'm not calling him sniper. No, I'm not giving him
sniper. Lonzo shot 30.
I give him the water gun.
Season, I think, right?
I give him the water gun game pass because he is not a sniper. Not yet. Sniper is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield.
Yeah, but that's all right. Come on. That you
can't call him a sniper.
There. He's not. Lonzo's not a sniper. 43. What did he shoot last season? What is Lonzo Ball shoot like? You can't. You really not calling Lonzo's? I'm even giving that. He's not a point guard.
Nah, I'm not.
I give him sniper.
He's a better shooter than what he was. He worked on his shot, but I'm not calling him a sniper. Sniper is JJ Redick. Sniper is Grayson Allen. Freaking those are snipers, bro.
Gosh,
he's not a sniper yet. If he does, if he continue on the trajectory he is right now, then I will say, you know what? He got a gun now. But I'm not calling him a sniper. Not yet.
Well, did we talk about what's happened to your boy? I think I may have mentioned this. Oh, no, I may have mentioned it before he came on. Your boy Patrick Williams, in terms of his scoring. What's happening with him, man?
Paul, we want him more for his defense. We need a defensive person.
Oh, I want him more for his defense. Nah. I thought Patrick Williams at number 4 was supposed to develop into this all-around forward. Now it's all about defense.
Year in the league. Give him a chance.
What's your point? RJ had 17 his second year in the league. What's your point? He had 17 his first year too. What's your point?
But they're 2 different type of players, though. And coaching is a key thing. Coaching determines how a person is going to play. Listen,
fair enough.
I've said this all my life since LeBron James is coming to this league. If LeBron James played for a coach like Popovich, he would not be LeBron James. He'd be LeBron, but he won't be LeBron James. He'd still be one of the greatest players. Nah, he'd still be one of the greatest players, but he wouldn't be what he is right now because he'd be under player. No. I give you that he might be better, but I don't think he'll be like on some like, oh, are we talking about him being better than Jordan type better? No, because Popovich played system. But with all of LeBron's career, he's been playing his system. So which makes him the focal point of everything, which allows him to do what he wants to do. But you play in a structured system. Listen, we all know Tim Duncan probably could have went off anytime he wanted to, but he played in the system that Popovich put around. Listen, Jordan was putting up 60 points per game before the triangle, but he played in the triangle. That's why he won.
That's true. But Jordan may have been if he had proper coaching from the beginning because of his talent, he probably would have been that back then. I think with LeBron James, I think that playing in his own system, I think messed him up where he thought, and again, you're talking about he was named King James before he got to the league. He put on that Cleveland Cavaliers team with guys like, Darius Miles on his last, knee or leg or whatever you want to call it. A bunch of guys who are nobody, right? And it was basically Larry Hughes. We tanked for you he was seen as a savior. And he really didn't have any coaching. What do you have? Who's this guy's name? Who's his first coach? The college coach. No, the first damn coach.
I can't even remember.
He looks just like Thompson, just passed away. Rest in peace. What the hell is this guy's name? Big black, tall black dude. I can't remember his name.
I know you're talking about. He coaches for whatchamacallit now. Golden State. He's one of the assistant coaches at Golden State. Mike Brown?
No, not Mike Brown. No, not Mike Brown.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Coach. Lord Jesus, not Bickerstaff.
Cavs coach LeBron's first year.
It was
It was JB Bickerstaff.
No, it wasn't JB. No, it wasn't Bickerstaff. Bickerstaff is right now. I'm talking.
That's right now.
Paul Silas. Yeah, I forgot about. But I felt like if LeBron had proper coach, because you're talking about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard grew. Well, LeBron James probably had a little bit more game than Kawhi Leonard come out of college, but he was still raw coming out of high school. Now Kawhi Leonard, it was like, look, we don't have a game plan for you. This is what he told Kawhi Leonard. We don't really have a game plan. Defend, rebound, and then we'll try to give you looks. And then he worked those 3-point shooting, and they started giving him more in the post. So there was a natural flow of things where it wasn't rigid, where it's like, yo, you got to play like freaking Boris Diaw and do this play and run this motion, blah, blah. They start to find ways to get Kawhi Leonard within the flow of the offense while he provided on defense. If that was LeBron James, I think that could have been a trajectory. And you might get LeBron James may have left the Spurs, but you probably would have gotten LeBron James like a guy would have developed that post-up game a lot quicker before that year. He developed it the year after they lost to the Mavericks. You would have had that a lot sooner. You would have had 3-point shooting locked down a lot sooner. You would probably have decision-making. Another thing LeBron James never been able to do consistently until now, which is okay, but it's not great, play off the ball. Yeah. He never could play off the ball. So with me, I think that Popovich gets a bad rap for that, but he was playing. I don't think he's never had a talent like LeBron James after, like, say, he's never had one. I mean, David Robinson, obviously, his Hall of Famer, but he never did. So, I mean, it is what it is, but LeBron James, I just use
Popovich as just a random coach. But I'm just saying, if LeBron played in a particular system, we may not have seen the same LeBron. So I say that to say that because Patrick Ewing was playing with Billy Donovan and we got all these offensive weapons, it's like, all right, Pat, we'll take 10 points from you if we can get it, but we want you to be that defensive stopper. Like, we want you on LeBron. We want you on KD. We want you guarding the team's best players because we have two legit 25-plus scorers in DeRozan and Lavine, and then we got another scorer in Vucevic. So, and then we got Lonzo that can do what he needs to do. So that's why that's why our bench is strictly defense. So if you want to look at our defensive team, we got Pat Williams, Derrick Jones Jr., Troy Brown Jr., Caruso, and you can even throw Lonzo in there as one of the better defenders on our team. So we got a nucleus of 5 players that if we need to say, yo, go out there and lock people down, we got that. And that's what Pat Williams, Paul, is going to be like a poor man's Kawhi Leonard. And then when he develops a shot, oh my goodness. He'll still be a poor man's Kawhi Leonard, but not a poor man Kawhi Leonard. I'm a realist, bro.
Yeah, this guy's. I'm right. So how do you see the game playing out tomorrow? What do you think will be the keys to the game for the Chicago Bulls? Like, if you're looking at it, obviously, from your Bulls standpoint, how would you say you guys have to beat the Knicks? What would be your so-called scouting report breakdown? Oh, hey!
Nah, I do.
Look at him. That's he's learning. Good job, yo. Good job, man.
It's not because of anything that you're gonna do. No, it's not because of y'all. I just think we're due for an off night, and it has nothing to do with your defense. No, it really has nothing to do with the defense that you all are going to play. But if we're going to win, you guys have to contain and find a way to contain DeRozan and Lavine at the same time. And you better hope Vucevic doesn't put Mitchell Robinson in foul trouble, because Mitchell Robinson is prone to get in foul trouble pretty early. Vucevic hit you with that pump fake, Mitchell Robinson is going to jump for Jesus.
And I told people on Twitter, because it's like, oh, Mitchell Robinson shut down Embiid. No, he didn't. What the Knicks did after the second or first or second possession he had against Embiid, or the first or second foul, they sent help. If you go back, watch when they sent RJ early to help. And here's the thing that they messed up. The Sixers stupidly put, when they're putting Embiid near the baseline, now I could trap because the sideline's my friend, or the baseline out of bounds my friend, right? I would have just kept Embiid either deep in the post to start out or from the top of the key. So that's how to. And I'm not saying that Mitch persevered. He had 5 fouls.
He bothered him.
Yeah, 3 fouls. Yeah, he didn't stop him. So and I know I've seen exactly about Vucevic. Vucevic is a very capable. Now, granted, the ball moves around a lot more than it probably did with the Magic when Vucevic was there. But Vucevic is a very capable center. So Mitch Robinson have his work cut out for him. I'm not as high about the Knicks winning tomorrow, because again, I think that we have athletic slashers who can challenge Fournier and Kemba. The only saving grace is that Lonzo's not a slasher. Now, Kemba's going to have to play on the outside. He has to recover, because we play the help defense, where somebody's going to defend the ball handler. They come around and the help defender comes in. So Kemba, if he's playing on the opposite side, has to come out and help that helper, and he might get stretched if they pass it all the way to Lonzo, hit those threes with a catch and shoot. But thank God Lonzo's not a ball penetrator like that, so that helps us out. But again, your slash is Lavine.
He'll do it. If there's a gap, he'll take it. That's not his
first. He'll take it if there's a gap.
But if there's a gap, he'll take it. So y'all just better hope that Kemba recovers, or Fournier recovers in time, so that Lonzo doesn't get the gap. But you know who is a penetrator? Caruso. Ooh. So if Caruso is playing with that with DeRozan or Lavine, he's going to get to the basket whenever he feels like it, for the most part. Because if he's playing on your second team, no one's really going to stay in front of him on your second team. So we'll see. So,
you got some. Well, suit to my guy Simmons. You got some friends, and Rick Simmons says the Knicks are trash. I'm assuming he's a Bulls fan. I could tell all that trash when we see suit to my guy, the Nick. And again, one more time before I go to my next question, please plug your podcast one more time so everybody can follow you and follow all this palaver that he's spitting. This guy with his trash about. Please spit your podcast again, please, sir.
So you can definitely hear me on Nights at the Round Table. That's KNIGHTS, Nights at the Round Table. Hold on, put that other comment back up. Look, Mr. Bull, hold on. Knicks AGM, right? See red. That's all I'm gonna tell you. See red, okay? See red.
But they said they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose tomorrow. I mean,
yeah, I believe that we're due for a loss, and I think, and I hate that we're gonna lose against y'all. That I feel it, but I'll take that one on the chin, because we got 3 more games to kick your ass. Excuse my language. So I'm not worried about one loss against y'all. If you're the team to stop our winning streak, that's cool. Kudos to you guys. I'll give it to Derrick Rose for doing it. But if we beat y'all tomorrow, like, oh my goodness, you won't hear the end of it from me, because this is your chance, huh?
You know I'm gonna have you back up here, right?
I want to be back up here, especially when we win. And if we win, right, at the end of the day, this was your chance. Tomorrow's your chance to solidify your team as a really strong team. Now, I'm not saying that the Bulls are the best team in the East, but now
let's talk about that then. Where do you see the Eastern Conference shaking out? Because I think the Sixers and obviously the Nets without Kyrie, things change up. I think the Bucks got it. I ain't gonna take, but I will say this: there's a few teams, right? I think the Knicks will be up there. I don't care what no one says. I'm not saying they're gonna be second or third. I think the Knicks in that four. You have the Knicks, the Hawks, even though they're actually winning now right now, they actually came back. The Hornets are a team that if Hayward and LaMelo didn't get hurt last season, they were right there in the fourth spot.
They were, bro. I'm
They
telling
were right
you,
there.
I'm a LaMelo believer. And Gordon Hayward is always one of my favorite players, so I love Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward coming out of Utah, I liked him a lot, but then he had that ill fit with the Celtics. Obviously, Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
LeBron undercut him. That's why LeBron undercut him and he got injured.
Oh, on the dunk
If you really look at that play, LeBron undercut him, and I'm just saying you really got to pay attention to that. LeBron undercut him, and that's what caused him to fall. Pay attention to that. Nobody wants to say that. Pay attention to that. LeBron undercut him. Look it up on YouTube.
I gotta watch it again. It was just so gruesome, man. I didn't even. Oof.
Yeah, it was. I looked at it. I was like, damn, that was horrible. But Chicago. The reason why I say this is your chance to solidify you guys as a top team.
Yo, y'all going
is because we are probably the most gelled team right now, us in Charlotte, because we're undefeated. We're playing really good basketball. No one else in the East is really playing that good basketball. So if you beat us, that is literally like a statement. Because if you beat Brooklyn, let's say Brooklyn was 0-4, right? Let's just say, and you guys were 2-2, and y'all beat Brooklyn. Is that really saying anything? No, you beating up on a wounded dog. You're just killing a wounded dog even more. But if you're playing a team that actually looks strong, looks healthy, and y'all beat that team, that's like, oh shit, they beat a strong team.
Y'all really think y'all gonna carry this? Y'all really think? All right, so where do you think y'all gonna end up in the Eastern Conference?
The Bulls fan in me wants to say fourth, fifth.
Look at him stuttering. Look at him.
Nah, the Bulls fan in me wants to say fourth or fifth. The realist in me is saying fifth or sixth.
Fifth or sixth?
Yeah.
All right, so I got a few teams.
I know injuries happen.
I'll tell you teams that I'm personally, and I'm seeing it now.
You're gonna finish higher.
Pacers. Yeah, we're gonna finish higher.
Bro, what?
No, stop. The Bulls. The only thing I'm concerned about is how we adjust our backcourt defense because Kemba's not going to stay healthy the whole season. I just see it now.
How can he? And you got two injuries.
But we have depth, and this is not a hot take because I've said it before. If Tom Thibodeau gives minutes to my son Miles McBride, that's going to be the IQ turnaround or the IQ rookie, surprise or whatever for the season. What about
Quickly and Wayne Selden Jr.? They need minutes too.
Wayne Selden? What the? Yo, I will throw this through my team. Did you say Wayne Selden? I watched this.
That's what you're gonna say.
I watched this BET Jazz looking dude. This guy was trash in the summer league. Are you kidding me? No offense to you, Wayne Selden. You and Travis Reed, you got me so pissed because IQ was trying to cook and play make.
What about Grimes?
And Grimes is. Grimes is cool. I think he's gonna have value this year as a 3-and-D player. He's all right. The guy I really wanted was Josh Christopher. But the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau doesn't like to take experiments
he doesn't.
on those type of guys, which I think Josh Christopher would have been an answer at the 2 guard for years to come. He would have come off the bench. That's a guy he would have lit it up, great in transition, great at the rim. Tom Thibodeau, they didn't want him. That's fine. But I think Miles McBride might but play valuable minutes at that guard position. That's the only thing that scares me. It's just a defense. But you say you're going to be – look, you got the Pacers. Who again, and I'm saying this right now. The Pacers are a weird team that they will lose to the Wizards, right?
Correct.
But they will beat the Heat. Mm-hmm. They have a team. Carlisle, and this is why I'm scared of guys like Carlisle. These old school coaches where they see these young players and it's like, oh, I know how to play those. He's found a way to make Miles Turner and Sabonis work. And suits my guy Ethan for crazy. Bro, I told people, not just me, Ethan, a bunch of people. I told y'all, Miles Turner ain't trash. He was just misused for years.
Who was the coach?
Nate the other night.
No, Nate McMillan wasn't.
No, they got Carlisle.
No, who was it before Carlisle?
It was Bjorkgren last season. He came from either Toronto or the Suns. Or he was with Nick Nurse, but he's with the Suns. And before that was Nate McMillan. They couldn't find a way to get. Was on there. I'm like, damn. Yeah, bro, they couldn't find a way to get these guys to play. And now Duarte.
Chris Duarte, you saw that game with dropping like 28 or some joint like that. His first game in the league, dropping 28, hitting clutch shots. Like what? Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, I felt Duarte was like there was a so-called like he was gonna be a solid pro, but he's 24. bro. That if Brogdon stays healthy and they get Karis LeVert and TJ Warren back,
and
the Pacers will be a problem. Atlanta will be a problem as well too. I hate Trae Young. I'll give you this. I'm not saying it'll be a problem yet, but there might be something there. Maybe this is a team that might go 35 wins, but they're gonna challenge some teams. The Cleveland Cavaliers, bro.
Trae Young will be top 5 in MVP talks this year. I'm just letting everybody know that right now, and I've said that on my show. He's gonna be top 5 MVP talks. I'm just saying it. Cleveland Cavaliers ain't challenging nobody. Stop it. Stop your nonsense.
Even with the new rules.
The play-in? No, I don't care. They're not gonna.
No. The fouls.
Oh, with the pump fake and leading in joint, you can't do that.
Yeah,
I still don't think that's gonna be it's gonna be anything. They're not gonna do much.
So in the
they got
East,
7 centers, bro.
No, they got a Kungu who's not that. And he's hurt. Is he still hurt? He might be still hurt. I'm not even sure. But
he's still hurt. But they got
Capella. They got shooters though. That's the thing. It's just they got a bunch of shooters and Trae Young off the pick and roll. That's their bread and butter. I'll give them that. But the Sixers and the Nets. Cam Reddish. What the? I got to give it to Nate McMillan, bro. And I keep hearing these rumors. They want to trade Cam Reddish. I'm like,
they do, and I don't know why.
What are you going to trade him for?
He's your bench scorer.
What are you trading him for? What?
You don't need anything.
Right. You keep it. You have Jalen Johnson. You got freaking your boy from Auburn.
You got Chris Huerter on the team. You got
Chris Huerter.
Cam Reddish.
You have a Cam Reddish. You got freaking Bogdanovich.
Yeah, you don't need anybody. You keep your team good. But let's not talk about them. Anyway, so what do you – I know it's your show, and I do apologize.
Go ahead. Go ask me a question.
Because so tell me in order, 1 through 8, the Eastern Conference.
Woo.
Give me – I want 2 sides. I want you being a Knicks fan, and I want the realist in you of what the order will be.
I always – by the way, so it'll be the same thing. I can't – I never try to cheat. The only time I used to cheat was in NBA Live 2000 when I made my player perfect and I used to win every game and it got boring. I used to make him score. I used to force him to score 100 points a game, but that was stupid. So again, the teams that I have in the East
in order.
Bucks number 1. That's easy.
Do the Bucks repeat?
If the Warriors, who I think are legit, if they take it out the West, if Jordan Poole is really like he's shown out.
He is.
If Curry, Jordan Poole, and if they could get Clay back for at least 40 games, Warriors with Jordan Poole and Draymond and Curry versus the Milwaukee Bucks.
Woo! See, I like you already because I love Curry and Golden State, man. Draymond Green's my favorite player in the league. So,
Golden State, man, that's that team. If Jordan Poole is legit like that, bro, that team is a problem. They got shoot like I love Golden State
last night,
bro. You said who?
Derek Lee dropped 20 last night.
They got players, man. Like they got Toscano Anderson's a solid role player. If Klay Thompson comes back, Moses Moody, if he provides you anything from the outside as a rookie this season,
Wiseman, Kuminga still have not played.
Kuminga has, and Wiseman's an afterthought. That's the craziest. By the way, they should have drafted LaMelo, but anyway, Wiseman's an afterthought. Come on, stop, bro. Whoa, you're not a.
I can see
why. What do you guys say about LaMelo? What do you guys say?
Why you say that? Bro? No. I like LaMelo. I said that earlier. I like LaMelo, but LaMelo with Steph. I'm like,
yes.
But I see why you said that though. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
He plays off the ball anyway.
Correct. Like but then that means Klay has to play the 3. Klay may be comfortable playing the 3.
But you want to run around as a 2? He played. I mean, the 2-3 is interchangeable. He just been in the post, most likely just preserve. He's been in the post most of his, a lot of his career anyway.
That's
true.
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at that though. I'm really not mad at that. I can't be mad at you for that.
If it's Warriors Bucks, I might have to take the Warriors because until Giannis, people kill me for this, right? I felt like yes, is Giannis a dominant player? Yes. He was helped out by the fact that you couldn't hone in on him because they surrounded that team with a bunch of shooters. Chris Middleton, Pat Connaughton, Brook Lopez.
They won because Kevin Durant got a big foot. Pause. That's why they won the championship, man. Let's be real. let's be if Kevin Durant's toenail did not touch the 3-point line, then that shot would have been in, and they would have been going home. It's just
everybody says, yo, Giannis. I'm like, yo, bro, are you watching? You can't sag off the guys on the outside, and that's what Budenholzer want to run for years. But because Giannis can't shoot, it's like, all right, I have this uber talented player or dominant player, but he's missing one floor that's messing up my system. So let me work around it and instead of pushing a car down the road, let me move the road and get the car moving. You know what I mean? Correct. So it worked in that regard. Do they repeat? I just feel like the Warriors might play them way better defensively. Like they'll find a way to frustrate. Now, would it be the same like how the Miami Heat frustrated Giannis by attacking him early and sending double teams up top?
Nah.
I don't think so because they still have the shooters, but that'll be a battle, man. Because they left Payton on on an island against Giannis.
Yep,
it didn't work. Draymond Green versus Giannis.
It probably wouldn't be Draymond Green on Giannis. It'll probably be Kuminga or Wiseman, and they'll probably listen. He's gonna get killed, but they're gonna send strategic and smart doubles. Draymond Green will play off. He'll be like in the middle, playing like because he's able to stay in for the double and get right back out to the shooter that he needs to get back to. That's why I think they'll put Wiseman or Kuminga on him, depending, or even Iguodala on him, because they're going to put smart. Bucks not repeat easily. They're going to put smart defenders on Giannis, smarter defenders, and the Warriors are a smarter defensive team than Phoenix was. But so Bucks number one.
Okay, Bucks. I still can't. Until I see it legit. Now, I think they're hurt right now. They just as a customary, I just have to put the Nets for right now.
Okay.
I just have to until I see that they're legit. Like Cam Thomas is developing. He's not a rookie that's just taking over at least 80% of Kyrie's production. I can't do that yet. So I put them there. The other team that I put that scare me right now, man. Their defense is stupid. That team is running on high. The Heat.
Yeah, I like the Heat.
That is a dangerous team. And Jimmy Butler looks even better than he has in pre. And he's obviously Jimmy Butler's look really good, but that team is humming right now. They're probably the best defensive team. You can argue the best defensive team in the league. You can argue that. And that's a scary sight.
So that's 3.
I'll put the Knicks there at number 4. I think we're gonna be at number 4. What are you like? What is this dude doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting like this? Why is he acting like this?
So
I got the Knicks number 4. I think, look, defensively, we're going to struggle. Put like this. I see the Knicks at the number 4 or number 5 to the Hornets. I think the Hornets take that next spot. That Hornets team, I actually like the Hornets making
last year for a long time, too.
Yes, they were until Hayward and LaMelo got hurt. And Miles Bridges has taken a step up, bro. This dude is, and he's an all-around play. Can play off the ball a little bit now. Bro, slashing, cutting to the basket, driving, attacking. He's put it all together. So they're making sure that, hey, look, if Hayward gets hurt, LaMelo gets hurt, they have other scoring options. And they have some depth. Too. Like Boak Knight is my son. Yeah. And they got Oubre and Oubre, who I wanted last season, but Oubre can't shoot threes. Oubre,
he can do everything else.
Yo, bro. Like I said, and he's shooting like 33%, but he started out the season shot like 4 for 7 the first game. If he gets the shooting touch, he's working with Drew Hanlon, who's working with RJ Barrett. You probably could have hired Drew Hanlon for the team. If he was here over, say, Burks, the defense that you're missing in your backcourt with the Knicks, at least off the bench with Oubre, you would have had that at the forward position, which we're going to need. Trust me, I'm not a fan of Payton and Bullock. I find they're gone. The defense will suffer. And the fact that Kemba's not 100%, Fournier is a solid play, but he's not a world beater, and you don't have a legit closer, I'm just saying you need some of that defense back, and Oubre would have been perfect for the Knicks. But it is what it is. So I have that at 5th. I have the Hawks up there at 6 as a next team. I don't trust the Wizards. It's going to be you or the Celtics at the next team because the Celtics, that 2-man game. Look, you can't – they're not consistent.
They're not.
But Jaylen Brown, and if Tatum takes that step up, Jason Tatum is a dark horse MVP. I don't care what no one says. He has a talent.
He is. He damn sure is.
It's just not consistent. So they're one of those teams that if they stay healthy enough, they'll be there. So it'll be 7th. What I say? I said Hawks at 6. I think I said. I said 7th is. You
said Knicks 4th. Charlotte 5th. 6 was Atlanta. 7th is Boston.
And then I'll let I'll let you and the Pacers decide. I think if the Pacers are healthy enough, because your offense, I mean, as supposed to be this explosive offense, you're one of the worst offensive teams. I know it's only 5 games, but still, I'm not convinced by your offense yet.
Disrespect is real, bro.
I'll give you and the Pacers because the Pacers, again, Carlisle scares me. He's one of these guys that's going to get these guys to play at a very high level. They're playing. It suits my guy Ethan for pointing this out. Suits Ethan points out that they're playing a lot of 5-out basketball. They're having a lot of dribble handoffs. Some they worked on with Sabonis last season, but now they're having Turner play off a lot of handoffs. So they get those two Twin Towers, rest in peace, obviously. They get those guys to work. That 8 spot is going to be fiery. So it's going to be either you. I'll give you the 8 spot. I'll be nice.
Oh, thank you. That's a reward. I'll take the 8th spot.
I'll give you the 8th spot. That's cute. You got this 8th spot. Oh, I even say the 76ers. So I don't know where the 76ers are going to land up.
The
East 76ers and Raptors.
Strong. The East is
wow.
Strong,
I missed the 76ers
bro.
and the Raptors. The Raptors might surprise, man.
The Sixers are strong this year, man. I mean, the East is strong this year. The East is.
Wow.
The East is heavy, bro.
Play this. I'm not sure the Raptors are going to be up there. They'll be probably in the bubble. Not the bubble. Excuse me. They're playing. They're one of those teams that they'll be a thorn in someone's side because they're new, they're a young team, and guys still developing. They're not going to be in the 1 through 8. But the Pacers, I'll give you the 8 spot. So the Pacers. Yeah, I didn't say the 76ers. I just don't. The 76ers now.
Too much turmoil right now. But I mean,
all right. Let me. I'll let you say your 1 through 8. Go ahead, sir.
Oh no.
Go ahead. Don't try to act
the
humble
Bucks,
now. Say a little.
The Bucks, the Nets,
okay,
Miami.
Okay.
Those are the 3 best teams in the East.
Yep.
I would say Atlanta 4th, Chicago 5th.
Chicago 5th?
Chicago 5th.
This guy's bugged out. Bro.
The Knicks 6th. Knicks will be the 6th. The Knicks will be the 6th seed.
No, I actually kind of want to see the Heat, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Knicks will be in the 6th seed. I'm calling this now. The Knicks will be in the 6th seed. Even if Chicago don't end up in the 5th, the Knicks will be the 6th seed. I think y'all get hot at the end of the year. I think y'all might make a trade at the close during the trade deadline that's gonna put you over the hump to really get y'all at that 6th seed. So I think y'all might flounder around a little bit and then y'all just do something that's gonna put y'all in the 6th seed. The 7th seed, I want to say Charlotte, and the 8th seed, I'll say I want to say the Pacers, probably the 8th seed. And then 9th or 10th will probably be Philly and the Wizards, so they could do the playing joint. But I like I said, 5th and 6th, that's us right there. That's us. And it could be interchangeable, but I really think, again, even if we don't make the 5th seed, y'all are definitely a lot for that 6th seed. No question.
Okay, fair enough. And that's crazy because
I don't disrespect y'all.
You're disrespecting us right now with that hat, bro. That hat is trash, bro.
It's a championship hat. We win.
Really?
We win.
Really? This man is
Listen, y'all got Dave the Butcher on the 75th great players on the great team, and that's the last time y'all even was relevant. So, please.
We were relevant last year. Y'all loved it. Bro, stop it, bro. You know, New York was humming last year. Don't even try yourself,
I'll
bro.
give you that, though. Especially the year that we had, and for the Knicks to be in the playoffs and be such a pretty good team, for the Garden to be this is one thing I will say. I will give you guys credit. The Garden is one of the greatest places to play basketball. And I hate LeBron for what he said. He was the NBA is good when Knicks are winning, and I kind of agree. But then it's like, LeBron, shut up. You could have came to the Knicks and made them good and relevant. So shut up.
Mark my word, because they already started to put it out in these little articles throughout the years. When he retires, he's gonna have this whole thing. Yo, I was so close to coming to the Knicks.
Of course,
LeBron James, when he came to he's the one that, or through his parties or whatever, he's the one that revealed that the Knicks presentation was corny. They had this like they basically like begging him. I mean, obviously they're trying to pitch to you. He's the one that exposed the whole pitch meeting to the public. Yeah, and I know he threw it through his channel. So LeBron James, I never wanted you. You're a good player. I like LaMelo. I mean, I like Carmelo. Excuse me, over you until
Carmelo should have won Rookie of the Year, but whatever.
I like Carmelo since freaking ABCD camp.
I like
AB. No,
so you like the further?
Yep. Since no, I mean you'll follow him in New York. Everybody, I mean, in terms of I like them since, and at Syracuse had Hakeem Warwick.
Yo, Carmelo was my guy. That guy, bro.
Woo! Syracuse, that squad, and that was McNamara too, right?
Jerry McNamara, yes sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Melo wanted me want to go to Syracuse.
I'm a Saints. Well, I didn't go to St. John's, but I grew up a St. John's fan. That's the only year I've rooted
for
for a
another team other
non.
than St. John.
Yeah, Carmelo.
Yeah, I'm a
Lewis.
Syracuse fan, bro. I'm a fanboy for Syracuse, man.
He's that dude. But let me ask you one more question before we head out of here, right?
Sure.
Is Julius Randle an elite ISO scorer?
No. Elite, listen. When you say elite ISO scorer, you're talking Kevin Durant. You're talking James Harden. You're talking Curry. You're talking Trae Young. Trae Young is an elite. What he did to you guys, don't be bitter.
He used a pick and roll on us. He abused a pick and roll on us.
Yeah, but he got what he needed and he needed to get it. Like, those are elite ISO scorers. Jordan.
No. Elite as in just this era. Just this
era? Okay. Era. Oh, well, even in this era. Kyrie, Dame Lillard.
You hear that? You hear that sim of nothing but Knicks? You hear that sim of nothing but Knicks? Salute to Simeon Russell of nothing but you hear that?
Listen.
There's levels to this. I watched KD. Like, when you talk about unstoppable, you ever played a video game where you gave up because, like, yo, what type of stupid difficulty is this? This is not fun. This is not a
KD and Steph are cheat codes in video games, bro. They don't miss.
Jokic is a cheat. Jokic is
a cheat code. Oh my!
You ever been in a nightmare where the monster was slow as hell, and you're like, yo, I'm trying to run, and I'm like, yo, why the hell is it still there? I'm running at that. Jokic catches people like he's so fluid in his motion, and he's slow as hell.
Yeah,
you can't stop. Like, I'm talking about unstoppable. Now, Suit to Sim is all love, but Sim was like, oh, he stops himself.
If he stops himself, that makes him not an elite scorer because you're stopping yourself. An elite ISO scorer does not stop themselves, and they don't allow the defense to figure out how to stop them.
Thank you.
He told on himself.
I like Julius Randle. Oh, no, sorry. I like his transformation. I wasn't the biggest fan of him that first year with Fizz though, but he changed his game. I give him his flowers. I never hate on a Knicks player. If you change the game for the better, I'm riding on the bandwagon for you when you do that. Player, but we talk about the rest of the NBA. I'm watching Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Drop. Last year when they needed Steph Curry to score 40-50, he scored because they had no one else.
Correct.
Like, I'm watching like Harden. As much, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but one of the more powerful, twitchier guards you want to call him in the league that can catch any and everybody. When I'm watching Kyrie,
correct,
it is poetry.
Dame.
He is the Dame, and I'm not the biggest fan of that Dame time thing because I think he's chasing Curry with that stuff. But when I watch Dame Lillard, and he's not chasing Curry, Curry.
I'm not mad at that.
When did that Dame time stuff start to get big?
I'm not mad at that.
All right, because I like Dame Lillard, but I think, and now granted, is that a 14? Yeah, in terms of championship level. But he started chasing that Dame time stuff. When I saw him doing it in the bubble against the Lakers, I said,
he was doing Dame time for a minute though, for a long time.
No. Oh no, before that, but when he did it in the Lakers bubble, that first game 1 they won. Nurkic was killing that game. Off the little slip pass making the Jokic, he was being, because remember the Lakers used to run that aggressive zone.
Correct.
And he was splitting the zone perfectly. They were winning in the and Dame tried to go into this freaking Dame time. I'm like, yo, bro. And the Lakers came back from it. Now, granted, the Blazers won. I'm like, yo, that made me lose respect for Dame because it's like, yo, bro, Dame, I've seen you too many times either go into Dame time or panic mode in the playoffs. Against the Pelicans that 1 year, they got blown out.
Yeah.
They threw out the game plan and just started jacking up shots. I'm like, yo, bro, this is not basketball. What are you guys doing? So correct. I love Dame Lillard's game, but it brought him down a peg. But when we talk about elite ISO scorers, Randle had a great season last season. But if you live in the post most of your time, you can't compare yourself to the more versatile players in the league that can do it from all over. I'm just sorry. And they've been doing it for several years. So salute to Julius Randle. It's all love, bro. And
I'm not a hater of Julius Randle. I'm not a hater, but I just know he's not an elite. He's not an elite ISO scorer. And I feel like he may not even make the All-Star game this year. He may not. No. And that's not no disrespect to him. It's because there's a lot. He'll get the New York vote, obviously, but LaMelo's going to make the All-Star game this year. And it'll be a travesty if he doesn't. There's a player that's going to make the All-Star, and Randle might be the odd man out. And that is, I'm not even trying to play him. I'm just looking at the how many players? It's 15, right? That makes the All-Star team?
I think so.
So let's
I
say
know.
nobody gets injured, right? Everybody's playing healthy. Embiid, KD, Harden.
12 man. Sorry.
12 is 12?
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay. Embiid, KD, Harden. That's 3. Trae Young, that's 4. LaMelo, that's 5. I think he makes it. Randle makes it. I'm going over my head.
Okay. All right. See? And yo, people in the chat, y'all gotta chill out, man. I'm expanding the channel. This is my brother right here, man. He will be coming on. We'll be talking basketball, we'll be talking sports. Chill out. Y'all, Nick. Yo, look, I love my Knicks fans, man. But some of y'all are a little delusional, man.
Little?
I was out in summer league in freaking Las Vegas, and I had to hear somebody say that Obi Toppin was a mixture of Stoudemire and Sean Marion to Lakers fans, and they laughed at it. I had to cower like, yo, Lord, did you just say it?
Yo, who you be talking with, bro?
I said I didn't agree with that. It's Knicks fans. I ain't gonna say who it is. It's all love, but Knicks fans, I love y'all, but we gotta be a little bit objective. Now, I think Randall's making an all-star team, and he agreed that we are, but Lord Jesus, y'all gotta calm down with some of this Knicks stuff. And I still put us, I think we're making a 4th seed too. He said we're making a 6th, we're making a 4th seed, but look. This has been yes. I'm Knicks 100 GM. I said he's making an all-star team, and my boy Patrick said he is too. So I gotta chill out, man. Calm down, Lord Jesus.
He is. Listen, all you guys listening in, I would love to have y'all on the show as well, so I could destroy y'all about Knicks and Bulls too. If y'all want that smoke.
So before we head out, say your podcast one more time so they know where they can find you.
Oh, can I plug my IG too? And just in
case.
Go
ahead.
All right. Well, the IG is on the screen. It's sneaker_head_NY. So if you want to hit me up on IG, you want to be a guest on the show, Nights at the Round Table. If you want to, chop it up and talk sports, listen, I talk all sports. Yo, G, thank you for putting me on the show, bro. I appreciate you for that. It was a long time coming. But yeah, it's Nights at the Round Table. It's KNIGHTS at the Round Table, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Listen, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you will hear it. And I'm also creating the Nights at the Round Table YouTube page as well. So whenever I'm not doing audios, I'll do a video episode as well, doing things like that. So you'll see me.
And for some reason, I just try to get the Apple Podcast, and they just showed me some other stuff. So give me 2 seconds. I want to post the link here because I don't think it's showing properly.
You want me to text you the link, bro?
Put it in the private chat. Because I don't think it posted because you're not a mod, so it's not going to post if you put like a link. So just put in the private chat and I'll post it here.
All right, cool. Let me get that right now. Let me type it in. Got to put the glasses on. I'm old and blind, but I can see that the Knicks are trash. I do see that the Knicks are trash, though.
Look at this guy. He's not. He thinks he's slick with the talk, bro. He said we're gonna win tomorrow. He said we're gonna win tomorrow, but only because they're tired and they need to. I
did not say that we are tired. I said we are due for a loss.
Due for a loss. These guys. Hold on. Let me try to find this. It's actually used. Wait, I got your freaking picture online. So why yeah. All right, hold on. I'll put it right here. From Deezer, but obviously you can search for it on any podcast platform. So please, guys, go follow my dude. And it's actually very good. It's very good discussions. Not just Bulls. They have really good discussions. And he's actually fair when he talks about his Bulls, even though he thinks they're going to do anything this season.
You talk all sports, and I'm very fair. And I feel like, I actually have a Mets episode coming out that I'm
Go ahead.
4-2. I got a Mets episode coming out that's going to really. I give Mets a lot of credit because when I know this is a basketball episode right now, but I feel like when the Mets had DeGrom, Syndergaard, and Harvey, you guys were the third coming of the Atlanta Braves 3.
Stop. And why do you want to do this to me, man?
No, I actually like that, and I don't
want to think of the pain, man.
I know it is painful, super painful. But I also had I'm going to have an episode in which it's those 3 that I just mentioned versus the 3 of Atlanta versus the 3 of Oakland. Zito, Mulder, and oh man, what's his name?
Hudson.
So I got an episode in which I want to do the 3 of those. So You're more than welcome
we
to be on that team on that episode.
you send me the time and day. We'll talk about that because
Got you.
old school baseball. Oh man, when you talk about pitchers too,
Yeah,
bro. Barry Zito with that stupid curve. The best one was Hudson. The best.
yeah. Hudson was the Tim Hudson. Yeah,
Tim Hudson was the best, but Barry Zito because of that curveball, that freaking 12-6 curveball.
Mulder was nice too, though. Don't sleep on Mulder.
Mulder was but he went to the
Mulder.
Cardinals and he started to be trash. I don't say trash, but he's
he fizzled out. But yeah, that's the type of energy we on with my podcast. And again, any wrestling fans out there, we do a lot of wrestling content. We do boxing. I got soccer episodes, hockey. Listen, if it's a sport,
sorry. What soccer team do you support?
Real Madrid. I grew up a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Like when I really started getting into soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema were two of my favorite players. And I'm a French. I love the French national team.
Allez bleu!
I'm not going to get into the political aspect of things and what they do to us, but as far as a soccer or football team, that's who I root for.
Oh wait, what's your American football team? Because I'm a Manchester United fan. So
Jets Ravens.
How you gonna be Jets and Ravens?
Because all right, here's the thing.
I got into
football late. I was always baseball, basketball. I'm from the islands, so I never really understood American football. But when I really started watching it, the very first Super Bowl I ever watched was the Ravens versus the Giants. And it was just something about the Ravens that I was like, oh, they cool. But then I was like, damn, I need a New York team because I don't like the Giants. So it's the Jets. So that's my football story. But football, out of all my favorites, all the sports, football is probably like my least favorite because I got into it late. No. I love football, but I got into it late. So hockey resembles soccer to me. So again, from the islands, growing up playing soccer, it's
But you are a soccer fan though,
huge soccer fan. Real Madrid.
So right now we're going through some issues right now with Solskjaer, and I think he needs to go.
I think somebody just fired their coach like literally 2 minutes ago.
Barcelona.
Barcelona just fired their coach.
Like Coleman.
They just fired their coach. They got rid of him.
And of course, we fight Solskjaer 1 year too late. You had Tuchel last season. You have freaking the guy won a Pochettino with PSG.
Mm-hmm.
The one they want now is Conte.
Oh yeah, Conte's nice.
He's really good, but he's gonna change it to a 3-5-2.
Of course,
certain players. He wants to buy a lot of players.
I like bro. I fucks with you, bro. You mess with that soccer, bro. Yeah,
I'm a diehard soccer fan, but I don't want to talk because I'm hurting right now, man. I lost 5-0 to Liverpool. No.
Yeah, you damn sure did. Whew.
You don't do that.
I'm gonna send you a link of this little girl getting mad at y'all for losing to Liverpool, bro. Like,
I can understand, man.
She was like,
you got Green was not passing to Ronaldo. Like, yo, we will talk about this. We will talk about this, but let me end the show, man.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming on, Patrick. I'm definitely
thank you, man. I appreciate you,
stuff, man.
And all you fans out there, I appreciate all of the cancer that you guys gave. You guys are great, man. Definitely.
So somebody in the comments. So salute to you, Patrick. Peace, God bless to the chat.
Peace,
I'll
brother.
see you
Good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, don't say no good luck to you, bro. I ain't giving you no good luck.